Titles, go.
Minus one girlfriend.
32 and 9.
Kind of a basic bitch.
How much lead paint did you eat?
You need the negativity.
The good pirates.
Let's go catch some horse thieves.
Blooie yarn.
Boom, pow, football.
And because 32 to 9, it wasn't really what I had. I just threw that in to fuck with Jack.
Fuck you.
Trash holiday. All right, let's do this.
Warning. What you are about to hear contains explicit language, adult themes, and potentially disturbing content. The views and opinions expressed are those of the hosts and do not reflect the opinions of anyone else, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. This podcast is intended for an immature audience and should not be listened to by anyone, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. You know, fuck it. You've been warned.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Geek Pod. I'm your host, Paul.
I'm Hugh.
And we're the three best friends that nobody could have. And we're the three best friends. I'm Jack.
Yeah, we're the three best friends that none of us have, Jack.
Oh, damn it.
All right. Guys, what's got you geeked?
All right. Some pretty cool stuff is going on. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this. Now, I want to warn you, don't get too excited yet, but it's possible that we've discovered life on another planet.
You specifically have discovered this?
Not me.
Oh.
Not me. So the James Webb Telescope has been focusing on a planet called K2-18b. And the James Webb Telescope isn't really equipped to detect life, but it can detect other things, right? That's what it's out there for. And they're keeping it hush-hush in the scientific community because some people are saying, it's a conspiracy. Others are saying, well, we just don't know yet. This is the first step, but let's get it out there. They've discovered the presence, or it has discovered the presence of a molecule called dimethyl sulfide in the atmosphere, which, as far as we know, at least on Earth, only living organisms produce that. Now, it's possible out in space, that can be created by something else. But given our knowledge, that's only created by organic life. Now, obviously, they don't want to make the headline, life found on other planet, even though, I'm sure I probably caught this on the headline of the New York Post at first and then went down the rabbit hole because some people do that. So don't start getting ready for the aliens yet. But it's a pretty good indicator. They're saying that they may even have to create new technologies and tools to measure this further to find out if there is life. But it's a pretty good first step. The planet it's full of water. It's almost all ocean. It's in the Goldilocks zone, so it's capable of supporting life, much like our planet. It's something like 8 point something times bigger than Earth, so it's a big motherfucker. But it's kind of exciting. I don't know. I kind of would like us to discover that life exists elsewhere in the universe definitively, even if it's too far away for us to go, talk to them, have a beer, and, find out if we can mate with their women, which is what we're going to do if we do find life. But just I want to watch the religious people spin their yarns over the fact that there's fucking aliens in the universe, because I think that'd be hilarious. I don't want to miss that. I want to live long enough to see that.
I just have one thing for that. There he goes. Homeboy fucked a Martian once.
And it's going to be like a redneck or something like that in a cornfield. Pretty simple. What's got me geeked is
The Eagles?
Fuck you.
I don't know anything about this stuff.
No, yeah, that's got me geeked.
I'm trying to help.
No, you're not. They lost 32 to 9. You're just adding to the frustration. All right, what's got me geeked is I could eat. So Emily and I are gonna go to Possibilities this weekend for dinner. So good. So we were gonna get takeout, like I said to you guys, for New Year's, but they don't do that anymore. So yeah, it was stupid. So I found an opening this Tuesday at like 5 o'clock. I was like, okay, score, let's do it. She's like, yeah, I'm not ready. I don't want to go yet. I'm like, fuck you.
Who's
So
not ready for possibilities?
that's what I said. I was like, you're
You
out of
don't
work.
need this
Yeah.
negativity in your life.
Well, she's got the $100 gift card, not me. So
So you need
I need her. I need it.
you need the negativity.
I need the negativity.
He's
So
got to use that gift card before he shaves his head.
exactly. Or maybe my head is shaved under here and you just don't know.
Nah, you would have led with that.
No, you never know. That could have been my prop for this week.
Depends on how it went.
Exactly.
He shaves it. He's got that weird shaped head. No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not leading with that.
No, it looked like one of your guys' heads. So, what was it? No, but like I said, it's a great place. So like we booked it, and we're gonna go this Sunday at 4 o'clock. So always it's a good place to go to. But literally, you had to book out. Like it wasn't if it wasn't available on Tuesday. I was checking every day, and it was booked out for like 2 weeks in advance. I'm like, holy shit!
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
Dwight and I used to just go there for lunch.
Right. You just roll up and go. Yeah.
Right. So like literally this is how we did it, right? We booked a reservation. I put it on my credit card. If we don't show up, we get charged $15 a person, not the party, a person for cancellation. So I did that this past weekend to the York downtown with Emily and two of our friends. So I would have been out like, was it $60 or something like that? But like regardless. But like I said, possibilities, can't go wrong. I'm kind of a basic bitch, if you want to call it. I kind of like the angel hair pasta with the garlic, butter, and the broccoli and walnuts. It's just to die for. It's perfect.
I would say you're not kind of like a basic.
I am a basic bitch.
But also pasta with walnuts in it. I don't think there's
Oh.
anything basic about that.
It's just
That's
so damn.
fucking weird, Jack.
It sounds good to me. But tell me you get the bread and the tomato oil.
Yes, you have
Okay,
to get the
alright.
stretch bread with the tomato oil.
That's really all
that's
you
a
need
law.
to get.
Yeah.
It is a law, yeah. So like Tully's is known for tenders, Postabilities is the stretch bread. So, but no, and of course they have like carrot cake or like all the desserts. So you know, you don't like carrot cake, all right, whatever. But like I said, what's got me geeked is a dinner out. Yes, of course I'm gonna be with my girlfriend, but I'm just gonna,
that too.
and that too. Like literally, you're gonna be eating. And it's like, oh, this is so good. Like, and she'll be talking about her day. I'm like, sure, whatever you say. Gotta go.
I think if she listens to this podcast, you'd be minus one girlfriend. Just saying.
Yeah, probably. Bye bye.
You have to
Paul,
just
what's
keep
got
on
you-
giving.
Yeah, I know.
Mine is an update on last episodes. And that is the Percy Jackson musical.
How'd it go?
It went great. Madison absolutely loved it. She was the kid in the theater, and then theater was very small. It was like 6 rows. And
wow.
yeah,
That's cool.
and we were in second row. And in between songs, everyone politely claps for the thing. And then there was Madison, who was, and I hope I don't blow the mic out with this. Maybe I'll pantomime it for you. But she was, and I'm like,
This isn't pro wrestling.
right, exactly. She acted like that. She got the same response from that as she got from when Cody Rhodes came out when we were WWE Live. So yeah, she was super hyped, and it was a chuckle for me. And don't get me wrong, for what it was, it was enjoyable. But we walk into the place. The place is small. I think Possibilities is larger than this building.
Shit.
That's pretty intimate then.
Yes. And we go in, and we were there wicked early because I was smart enough to go right from the airport directly to this place.
Which is, I
And-
wanted to ask you last week, what the hell did you do with your baggage?
I pack super light when we go on these, so everything fits in my backpack.
Oh,
The backpack I bring to our events that like splits open? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all of our clothes fit into that.
Wow.
And
That's a
then
good
Madison
packer.
just has her backpack that has like Barbie dolls and shit in it. So, and I said, is it cool that we have these because, we're going to have them. And they were like, oh yeah, it's fine. So Corbs was right. That 16-minute drive took us an hour in Atlanta traffic to get there. And we get there and still had plenty of time. And I was banking on them having food because in the write-up I said something, now you can bring food into the theater room itself as opposed to the front because once COVID and all that. So I was banking on food. We get our tickets and we go over. There's a nice little sitting area. It was really kind of quaint and dark, and the group of 20-something guys all wearing their Camp Half-Blood shirts and talking very excitedly about it. So we go over and I see there's a concession stand. They're selling wine and beer and stuff, and canned soda and M&Ms and Snicker bars. So dinner was Diet Dr. Pepper and a Snicker bar. So we wait around because, like I said, we were pretty early, and they finally let us through, and we're walking down the hallway, and right there's the picture of the cast. It shows all 6 of them in the cast. And, you know, they lead us down a hallway that's all painted, you know, like a dark blue with lightning bolts and stuff on it. And then into the theater, which is 6 rows of like theater style, like auditorium style seats. And the stage with 2 of those like painter scaffoldings you can roll around.
Yeah.
That was the stage. And so that's when I begin to realize that this is not like an off-Broadway show. This is community theater. And so I'm like, oh, fuck, Madison's going to be so disappointed. She acted like we were on Broadway. She raved. She said that of all the trips to Atlanta, this experience was tied for first for things they've done. And they've gone to places like the Aquarium, World of Coca-Cola, Cirque du Soleil.
Wow.
And so she is super hyped. And it was neat. I'm wondering if I've now ruined the Disney Plus series for us because now we know the payoff at the end. And we get through. We were out of there by like 10 o'clock. So I book our Uber, and it says they're like 3 minutes away. And as we're outside waiting for the Uber, doesn't the full cast come out to hobnob with everybody?
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
But Madison didn't get to go meet them because we were out there waiting for our Uber. And I was disappointed because the female lead was a really cute redhead with really nice eyes.
Nice save.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was disappointing. But all in all, the show was great. I think it's going on for another week or 2, and it's run. If you're in Atlanta, stop out to OnStage Atlanta and see The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical. Last bit that I wanted to put on there. Like I said, the entire cast was 6 people. So just about everybody except the kid that played Percy Jackson and the redhead who played Annabeth all played multiple parts in the show. They did some really neat stuff like costume changes and whatnot to help things out. And are either of you guys familiar with the Percy Jackson storylines or anything?
No.
Okay. There's one character at the beginning of it is a teacher, and he's in a wheelchair. And when the script flips and you find out about the demigods and the Olympus conglomerate or whatever it's called, Parthenon, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You find out he's a centaur and he's one of the gods. The way they did it was freaking hilarious. He just jumps up out of the wheelchair and kind of takes a half step, and he's got a horse's mane sticking out of his pants.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they did some cool stuff. There were a few flubs during the show, which I caught, but I mean it's not for the thing. And it was kind of neat to see how they tried to scoop it up and go along. Like at one point they're doing something, and all of a sudden a fucking flashlight comes flying out of the backpack and just like explodes, not implodes. It didn't go in onto the stage, and they're trying to like step around it, and like when she's not speaking, she like kind of head injury. squats down and kind of tried to put it back together. So it was good, and it's cool to see live theater. Like I don't think I've seen, other than my kids' performances, live theater in quite a while. So if you're in Atlanta, go check it out, because you can't go check out the Nightmare Factory because QT Marshall won't let you. So,
but he might email you if you ask.
Actually, we were Facebook messaging, is what it was.
Oh,
Yes.
Facebook.
There you go.
But moving right along, because there's nobody else. Guys, anybody playing some video games here in the Players Club?
Can't really say. It's a weird week, and tomorrow's in Austin for a manager summit. I thought I was gonna do all this gaming shit. I was gonna do so much stuff while she was gone, and I'll talk about it later. But last night we ended up going out to dinner with Lana and Lucas.
Nice.
Tonight the swimming thing popped up. Tomorrow is Girl Scouts, and truthfully, I've started doing something new at work where I'm helping our Twitter team and our marketing team. They want to start releasing stuff to Twitter on a regular cadence, which means you have to have a few months of stuff backed up, and ready to go. And they're building the articles, but they need images and GIFs and things like that to place in articles. And I was asked, if I could help start sourcing that stuff using Getty Images, the images we have, creating stuff. I mean, I'm learning. I know how to do some things now that I didn't know 2 days ago, and not because someone showed me, because I had to look it up and figure it out. It's a lot of fun, and it's very enjoyable work. But at the end of the day, I do not feel like playing any video games. I want to get away from the computer screen, because it's very mentally taxing trying to figure out how to create images that don't exist. For instance, the marketing people helping us with this don't work for us. They're another company. They're called Blackhawk Media. And they're like, here it would be good to have a picture of creators using AI to repurpose content. What the fuck does that even look like? That's not a picture. That's not, I mean, in a perfect world, maybe you could come up with, if you had like a photographer and actors and set stuff, and you could try to come up with something that represents that. But it's so specific, you can't find that on Getty Images or anything like that. So it's a real challenge trying to meet the criteria of what they're asking for. So that's the game I've been playing. Create the thing that doesn't exist.
Nice.
That's awesome. So now that I have a gaming computer, I'm 2 for 2 for this category now. So it's pretty fun. Little hint, drop the anchor. So I've been back into Sea of Thieves a little bit. So a couple years ago, my buddies and I would play this religiously. My friend from California that grew up here, now he's out there, and one of my friends here. Us three, we sail around, and we're actually pirate legends in that game. And when we quit the game, it was season 2 of all the stuff. Now they're up to season 10. I've missed, I know, and they're going to drop season 11 in a couple weeks. So apparently you can name your ship now in this game. This game is really advanced. It's from Rare, it's a really fun game. I had it on my Xbox, and now I have it on my gaming computer right now, which is really cool. I'm learning how to play with a mouse and keyboard, which is kind of different. I kind of miss the controller, but trying something out a little bit, which is neat. When we played a couple years ago, believe it or not, I know Twitch was around. We started a Twitch channel, and I think we got rid of it, but me being my stupid self and just spontaneous and all that, apparently at one time we were streaming one of our sales. We had over 300 people viewing it.
Nice.
I was like, what did we do different? Like, literally, we're just being stupid. And we generally like to help people and all that, but of course, one of my friends, he has a whole script for us all to follow in this. I'm like, yeah, fuck, that's not happening. I don't use a script. So literally
Noticed.
Well, actually for this now I am. For the podcast, yeah, now I am. But no, like when we're sailing, just like the other day, literally he's like, we're gonna be good pirates. We're just gonna do our missions. Apparently, you could do your missions on another server and nobody can invade you, but you get less gold now. So that's like something they implemented in the game. But that's half the battle. Like literally one of my friends and I, we both agree we should just sail the game, and if that happens, that happens. But one of my other friends wanted to be on that other server, like whatever. But 2 minutes right into it, literally we just dive right back into the game after 2 years. it's one of the treasure chests that somebody's bringing back to like the gold merchant or something. It was like I recognized it from a couple of years ago. I'm like, oh, that's a valuable one. I literally go went and killed him and I stole it and I turned it in. I got us like 10,000 pieces of gold. My friend was like, "What the fuck, man? We were supposed to be good." I'm like, "Sorry." So, but yeah, go.
Have you checked to see there should be controller compatibility. You should be able to plug a controller in now.
Oh yeah.
And play. Okay, I'll just check because you said mouse and keyboard was weird. I mean, like everything has to be compatible with Xbox controllers because Windows.
Well,
Right.
yeah, like when I play Duke Nukem, I use the Xbox controller, but I want to see what it's like with the mouse and keyboard, but I'm probably gonna go back to the Xbox
Well, you're
controller.
new to it, so I wasn't sure if you were aware of that. That's all.
Oh yeah. My friend says it's better, but I'm probably gonna go back to the controller. I don't like it, so but it's pretty fun though. Like I'm the type of guy in the game because people want to do like the sail mass, all that stuff, like make the ship look better, make it look nice. I'm just the one that likes to collect the gold. Like I haven't spent the gold in since I was a pirate legend. My friends, like they have like maybe 400 or 500 pieces of gold. I'm the one that just hoards all the gold. I'm like, you have about 5 million pieces of gold right now. I just like to hoard it all. And they're like, why don't you spend something? I'm like, I'm gonna go get myself a new hat or a pair of new clothes. Exactly. They're like, why don't you spend something on like cannons or something like that? I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do that. So it's just a fun game, just sail around, steal people's shit, or just do some missions. So drop the anchor. Fun game.
Nice. Well, all right. I'm not playing anything new, so I guess we're gonna throw it to commercial break, and we'll come back with the news. Stick with us, guys. Looking for the hottest new comic on the shelf or a keyback issue to complete your run? How about that rare statue or action figure that you've scoured the internet looking for? Come to Collectibles Galore, located in North Syracuse with ample off-street parking. Collectibles Galore has a huge selection of comics, toys, and rare pop culture items you won't find anywhere else. Comics Galore is always buying comics and toys and will give you the fairest price for your collection. New customers get 15% off their first purchase in store. Collectibles Galore for all of your pop culture needs. Stop in and see for yourself why Collectibles Galore is the king of comics.
Hi, this is Craig Palmer. If you ever aspire to be a wrestler, come on down to Upstate Wrestling Entertainment, located at 1121 Glenwood Avenue in United, New York. We're open every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. Come on down and join us. See you then. You moron!
Now, before you lose a defamation case or ordered to pay millions, open your mouth that same day and get sued again by that same person. Then on the court date for the second trial, go on social media again and say the same crap that got you sued twice before, right before walking into court. For fuck's sake. I mean, there's stubbornness and stupidity, but this is how much lead paint did you eat as a child shit. So here's the news. First up, grab her by the Caucus. As of this recording, the Iowa caucus wrapped up 2 days ago, and as expected, Donald Trump was the big winner, with Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley coming in second and third, respectively. Vivek Ramaswamy dropped out and then proceeded to crawl up Trump's butt and publicly endorse him the following day. I mean, all good for him, but who the fuck is Vivek Ramaswamy, besides the most fun name to say in this contest? I'm going to miss that, if I'm being honest. No one had heard of him before this election cycle, and he was really nothing but a dude bro blip on the radar with a whack of fuckle ideas. Does he think that him endorsing Trump did anything to help Trump? Mayonnaise endorsing Trump would move the needle more, because we all love mayonnaise. If anyone loved Ramaswamy, he would still be in this contest. Anyway, it looks like we are on fire and barreling toward a redo of not only the last election, but the last decade. Whatever. Insert "this is fine" meme here. Speaking of dumpster fires, was anyone else's trash service delayed this week? My whole street put out their garbage yesterday. It's still there as we record. We all must have forgotten that Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a trash holiday. And after saying those words, I realize how unintentionally offensive and racist a phrase that can be depending on the holiday in question. Moving on, next up, AI on Fire. Do you use an Amazon Fire Stick or TV Cube? Well, great news! Amazon's released a new AI tool that will let you generate background images with AI for your TV from prompts you enter in the system. So you can use generative AI backgrounds for when your TV times out. They could have fixed the interface, the lagginess, the stuttering, the buffering, the need to unplug the damn thing every 48 hours to get it to work, but nope, can't work on that stuff. Best they can do is people with the wrong number of fingers and fucked up faces with a background straight out of What Dreams May Come. Insert best I can do meme here. And finally, the return of the king of Kong. Twin Galaxies has restored all the disputed scores they removed 6 years ago by classic gaming prodigy and Hans Gruber impersonator Billy Mitchell. The dispute began with a claim that Billy was using an emulator called MAME to record the winning scores. After years of investigation, it was determined that any irregularities seen in the videos could have been due to the aging hardware on the Donkey Kong arcade machines. Essentially, that as these boards get older, weird shit happens. Just ask my knees and ankles. Insert Danky Kang meme here. And that's the news, kids. Now an update and a bit of parental advice. Last night, Avery and I met my oldest daughter and GeekPod alum Lana and her fiance Lucas for dinner at Red Chili on Erie Boulevard. I haven't seen them since they got their own place and started their own life together, and they look fantastic. I have never seen Lana so comfortable in skin and as happy as I saw yesterday. She was just glowing. She was beautiful. They were amazing together, and I'm just so happy for her. I have a few words of warning for those approaching that place in life where you have adult children and they're starting to figure out how that works. Number one, if they like pot, assume they got ridiculously stoned beforehand and you will need that backup credit card to pay for dinner. Number two, especially if they like pot, don't assume that because you texted and said you were parked out back that they understand this means you are sitting in your fucking car behind the restaurant waiting for them to tell you that they are there. Apparently, Lana thought I was oversharing and really wanted her to know where my car was parked or something. They went into the restaurant, sat down, waited 15 minutes before realizing that maybe I was not in the building. She said she asked the waitstaff if they had seen a big guy, really hairy. She used this hand motions, and they thought she said she wanted to get married. I don't really know what went down there. She was high. They struggled with English. Nothing coherent was coming out of that. But it was great to see how well she's doing and how happy her and Lucas are. Paul?
That's awesome. First of all, I wish her nothing but the best. And in other news, Pilgrims ate popcorn at the first Thanksgiving dinner. Back to you, Jack.
Popcorn. I go for popcorn.
I like popcorn.
I do too. Like Paul said, shout out to Lana. Glad she's doing well. So that's good news. But no, your news segment, Hugh, when you said the garbage men, believe it or not, fun fact, what was it? Martin Luther King was in Memphis, Tennessee, the day before he was assassinated, was going to do civil rights movement for garbage workers in Memphis, Tennessee. So there you go.
I did not know that.
Now you do. All right, so we are down to GeekPod people tonight. So we usually have 4 questions. Everybody gets 1 apiece. But now, Paul and Hugh get the misery of 2 apiece. He's like, fuck me. All right.
No,
Hugh.
I'm like, fuck you.
I know. It's fun for me. All right. So it's music this week. So we're going to do some music trivia. All right. Hugh, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
2.
Who is the first woman ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I have no fucking idea. None at all. No clue. Not even a guess. I have no idea.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me.
I don't know. Is that Aretha Franklin?
You got it.
You know, that's actually the only person that popped into my head when you asked that question. And I'm
Same.
like, no, that can't be. There must have been somebody before her. So
No.
I don't know.
Paul?
I could again. Right.
I know.
3.
3. All right. What music video beat Thriller at the MTV Music Awards? Which music video? Name the band and the song. Or if you just want to name one, go from there. Make it easier on you. So what music video beat Thriller at the MTV Music Awards?
Money for Nothing?
No.
Wait, what else was out then? Like a Virgin?
Right decade, but not Like a Virgin.
At least you had MTV.
Aw.
Video killed the radio star since it was the very first. All right, I'm done then.
The Cars, You Might Think.
Oh, that is a good one.
That is a good one.
Yes.
I don't even know what that
The
is.
face comes off and the water pours out.
Yep.
Rick Ocasek really high
Yep.
on just about everything.
Exactly. It's a good song, Hugh. I don't want to sing it because I can't sing, so
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
you to sing it either.
But I can perform it for you if you want.
No.
Moving on.
I
Hugh,
love
1 or 4?
it.
4.
All right. Yes, it is a music trivia topic this week, but this one is going to be, what is Post Malone's favorite restaurant? It's an American food chain.
I'm going to go back to my original answer for this segment. Fuck you.
He's like,
Food McDonald's.
no.
I barely know what a Post Malone is, okay? I know he did a really good cover of Alice in Chains' Wood. I think it was Wood.
Yeah.
Acoustically for a radio station, and he has tattoos all over his fucking face. And apparently he's a cool dude, but that's not my kind of music.
Apparently he's from Syracuse too, from what I heard.
Until he was like 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, the tattoos, that makes sense.
Hmm.
So you want to take one more guess or no?
No. I don't. It's
Okay.
not one of those things like, I think it might be this. I literally have
know.
never heard any. I don't even know that Post Malone eats. I don't believe you. I don't think he eats. I've never seen anything about him eating. So how could I possibly know what restaurant he likes?
That's fair. Do you want to take a guess, Paul, or no?
It is definitely Denny's.
Denny's is a good guess, but no. Olive Garden.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, ew. Okay.
Wait,
All right.
what? What's wrong with
I
Olive
don't
Garden?
like Olive Garden.
It's overpriced. It's good. The breadsticks are good.
Everything's
Dude,
overpriced now.
Yeah.
I
We eat out a lot, and I've looked at it. I mean, yeah, they're overpriced, especially compared to a few years ago. But every other restaurant is too. I mean, a bowl of fucking spaghetti and meatballs is $20 anywhere you go these days.
Yep.
What was it? Yeah, like I went with Emily to Olive Garden in Lake George. 2 bowls of pasta, 2 peach lemonades, and 2 salads. It was like $65. 2
Yeah, that
people.
sounds about right, but also Lake George. Here's
That's
the thing.
true.
Olive Garden is not going to win any awards. I'm not trying to say they're better than Possibilities, but I've never had a bad meal at Olive Garden. I've never gone there and not been happy and satisfied. I can't say it was the best thing I've ever had, but I will say their Zuppa Toscana soup is fucking amazing. It's awesome. Their salad and their salad dressing, fucking amazing and fucking awesome. So the 2 things I get before I even get my meal are better than most things I get at most other restaurants. When it comes to the meal, it's serviceable. It's good enough. So that works. That averages out to, a B+ or an A for me, at least.
No, you're not lying though, too, because Olive Garden, when they have the endless pasta, literally you get like 2 bowls of the pasta, and then you're like, yeah, I'm full, and then you get the to-go for your last pasta, and that's it to go
I
a
mean,
meal the next time.
In fact, the only bad thing I have to say about Olive Garden is if you try to reheat their Alfredo the next day, it separates. So don't fucking order Alfredo. I don't really like it that much anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on,
he
Paul.
said-
Tell me why Olive Garden sucks. Tell me what they did to you. Where did they
I
catch
just
you?
don't. I'm not a huge pasta guy to begin with, and
Oh.
Kristen used to, like, that used to be the go-to for the longest time. It's like she always wanted to go there. So it's kind of the same reason I don't like to have pork chops is because Kristen was making them weekly for fucking a year. So
Ruined it for you. All right. Last one.
this one does.
All right. What singer has a Billboard top 1 hit in the last 4 decades? I was shocked on this one. I did not get this right.
That would be Elton John.
No.
I figure it had to be somebody like that, or Madonna, or Billy Ray
Madonna
Cyrus.
Madonna was a better guess, but no.
It'll probably end up being someone like Kid Rock or something.
No. Mariah Carey,
Is it all the Christmas song?
basically. I had to Google it, but I couldn't find it, but it could be. All right.
The rest are not.
How about this? What happened in history? In 1893, America's overthrew Hawaii monarchy. In 1916, the PGA was formed. Shout out.
Where's Corbs? Yeah.
Where's Corbs when you need them? I know. And then this one was really cool. In 1997, Ireland grants the first divorce in its country.
Oh.
And then happy birthday to some celebrities. Jim Carrey, 62. Steve Harvey is 67. And Michelle Obama is 60 years old. I don't care.
Podcasting legend and makeup artist extraordinaire Lana Allen is
Oh, she's 22. Not
Oh.
as of today, but this week.
this week. That counts.
Happy birthday then.
There you
But
go.
good on you for remembering. Actually, it was last week, but
Oh. It's the concussion, right?
All 9 of them.
Back to you, Paul.
All right. So it just occurred to me while Jack was doing his trivia that I didn't have a weekly topic. So I formulated one quickly. You are a wanted man, and everyone is out to get you, much like John Wick Chapter 2, and you'll see why that should be a chuckle in a little bit. But you have the opportunity to pick one character from a video game to be your protector. Who would it be? And these two fellas will answer that when we come back from the break. Stick with us, guys.
Hi, this is Craig Palmer. If you ever aspire to be a wrestler, come on down to Upstate Wrestling Entertainment, located at 1121 Glenwood Avenue in United, New York. We're open every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. Come on down and join us. See you then.
Looking for the hottest new comic on the shelf or a key back issue to complete your run? How about that rare statue or action figure that you've scoured the internet looking for? Come to Collectibles Galore, located in North Syracuse with ample off-street parking. Collectibles Galore has a huge selection of comics, toys, and rare pop culture items you won't find anywhere else. Comics Galore is always buying comics and toys and will give you the fairest price for your collection. New customers get 15% off their first purchase in store. Collectibles Galore for all of your pop culture needs. Stop in and see for yourself why Collectibles Galore is the king of comics. And that music means it's time for our weekly topic. Let me reiterate. You're a hunted man, and you get to choose one video game character to protect you, and it has to be an actual video game character, like that's their origin. Not, it can't be like Batman or Doctor Who or
anyone
anybody
else that's appeared
yeah.
in a video game.
Yes, just because they've had an adaptation, you can't use them. All right. Jack, you want to go first?
Sure. Let's rock. Duke Nukem. Piece of cake. I've already said him a few times in this podcast. So the guy hunts down aliens, got a cool set of weapons. Just it would be so cool to roll with Duke Nukem. He always gets the girl, so you're always going to be doing something fun. And he
So
says,
he gets the girl, you get to hold the camera.
yeah, I'm the basic bitch again. No, but like it's just so cool though. Like Duke Nukem was a game I played when I was a kid, and then also like if you're in a pinch and like what video game character is better than Duke Nukem? Because like I said, great weapons, the storyline that he was always in, he's not afraid of anything too. He's just and literally I remember pushing the control button and he was looking in the mirror and he's like, damn, I'm looking good. So like, but no, like that would be really fun to have Duke Nukem to have my back, and I know I would be safe with him at my side.
All right. Hugh.
Okay. This was tough on such short notice. And originally I tried because I always try to think outside the box, and I was going to say Tetris. The Tetris blocks could protect me because they could build a wall, but as soon as they built a wall, it would disappear. So I would be defenseless. And then I thought, well, maybe like Simon Belmont because I like Castlevania so much. But here's the thing. Like just about, I mean, the first two games were Simon. The third one was Richter. Like every game is a different Belmont. I don't think they're really that effective at protecting people because they keep dying off, and they don't ever actually completely kill Dracula. So maybe not. So I had to go a little deeper dive, and I figured it out. I would choose Pyramid Head from Silent Hill because
Ooh.
if somebody came at me and they saw him, they'd be like, "Nope." And
They
if
would
they
need the brown
didn't,
pants. Yes.
yeah, they would need the brown pants. And if they didn't say nope, he'd just like grab them and tear off their flesh. So
Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going further back, and I'm going to say Samus Aran from Metroid with that
Nice.
fucking Blooie arm. Ooh, that's a good one.
Blooie arm. I mean, you could take that several ways. It could be a Blooie arm, a blowy arm.
Not bad for a real quick one there, huh?
Not bad.
I'm sure Cars would have tried to pick somebody from Madden.
John Madden. Boom, pow. Football.
Boom, pow, football.
Oh, let me write that down.
Football.
That's why I said it a second time, because I didn't see you writing. I'm here to help.
Football.
I'm isolating that later. All right. Well, let's bring this shit home. Guys, what are you watching?
Nothing.
With your week, yeah.
Well, I mean, I watch TV with my wife. She's not here. I'm not watching TV. So I mean, we have been before she left, we finished The Walking Dead because we were in the Walking Dead watch with Avery. So we're on to Fear the Walking Dead. We're up to season 4 where the wheels start to come off. And Avery's starting to notice the cracks and be like, but why and why this and why that? And I'm like, yep. This is where it gets done.
Yep, we know, kid. We know.
Although she actually prefers what they changed the opening, the little brief opening credits that they have, the dong dong do 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 do. She actually likes that, whereas I liked, even though they didn't always do it exactly the same, that
Yep.
they did. I always thought that was great, and it really set an atmosphere of dread. The other one, I mean, it's like, hey, it's Bonanza. Let's get on our horses and go catch some horse thieves or some bullshit.
That's great.
That's good. Really only 2 things this week. Emily's watched this show, I would say like 20 times. I'm like, okay. She wanted me to watch it, so I started watching it with her. Avatar: The Last Airbender. So,
Oh my God, when you said she's watched this show 20 times, I was like, dude, you need to leave. There's something wrong with her. She should not be watching our show so much.
I know, but literally I'm watching it with her and like she's quoting it and I'm like, I'm watching it with you. Please stop quoting it. I'm watching. It's good. It's actually, there's a live version of this coming to Netflix in February. So this should be interesting. And the guy that played the pilot in Ahsoka and Mandalorian, he's playing one of the characters in this show, which is pretty cool. And then I just went to my DVD shelf the other night and I was like, I just want to watch a movie and do nothing. I watched The Terminal with Tom Hanks and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Did you guys ever see that movie?
Nope.
Nope.
Wait, is it horror or sci-fi?
You know, I don't go there. I go drama.
Then nope.
Nope, I know. Quick synopsis. Tom Hanks is from a fictional country called Croatia, and he's stuck in an airport. So he can't get out of the airport because his country's at war, so he has no passport. What?
Did you say a fictional country called Croatia?
Croatistan or something like that? Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, no. Croatia's real. Croatia's
Yeah.
real, yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I didn't say that. Yeah, no. But yeah, he is from a fictitious country and he's stuck in an airport, but literally everyone falls in love with him and he's in this airport for 9 months. And it's based off a true story who a guy that was like in France that was caught in an airport for 9 years, which they didn't do that story, but yeah. But this was from 2004. Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks teamed up, and pretty good movie. Stanley Tucci's in it. Pretty good cast, so I thought it was pretty well done. And actually, I just noticed this. Zoe Saldana, of course, is in it, but the
Zoe.
guy, yeah, is it Zoe or Zoe Saldana? Zoe Saldana.
Zoe.
Oh,
You've been doing that for years, Jack.
I know. All right.
Now you got to
But-
say Attitude Era to bring it all the way back.
Football. No, but the guy that played Andor was in it too. This was one of his first movies, so I'm like, that-
Diego.
something. Yeah, but that was pretty cool.
Kevin would know.
I know. No,
Luna.
Luna, there you go. But watch those two things, and like you said, like nothing really. Just been busy.
All right. Well, because I was on a plane, I did have a chance to watch a couple movies. On the way down, I got to watch Blue Beetle.
What'd you think?
Not a bad movie. It wasn't bad, but the trend continues that just about everything I watch has a dad die of a heart attack.
Oh,
But good movie. It was cool. It's a shame that it's going to go nowhere because now they're rebooting everything.
Yeah.
Especially now, have you guys both seen Blue Beetle?
It's got the star from Cobra Kai in it. Did he do a good job?
I didn't know he was in Cobra Kai, but he was all right.
Yeah, Miguel. Yeah, he plays Miguel or something like that. I forget his name.
Probably plays Jaime
Yeah.
Reyes.
Okay.
I did like the fact that they did reference back to the previous Blue Beetles. They referenced Dan Garrett and they referenced Ted Cord, and you got to see both of those costumes in the Blue Beetle lair.
Oh,
It was
nice.
fucking awesome. But good movie. That, like, as soon as that happened, well, you could see it coming, and I'm just like, fucking really another, like, now it's getting comical. Like, it used to really hurt because obviously, as everybody knows, my dad passed from a heart attack, and literally like the next fucking week, and like the movies we started watching, that was happening, and everything from fucking A Christmas Story Christmas, like the old man, he had a heart attack and died. And I remember watching that on, I think it was Christmas Eve last year. And I was really excited because I love A Christmas Story. I'm completely derailing where I was going with all this. I was really excited to see that. And then the movie starts and they talk about it. And I just go, are you fucking kidding me? Kristen goes, do you want to shut it off? I'm like, no, fuck that. Let's finish it. Jesus. So yeah, everything hits that point now, and it just must be the thing, like, that you have to find a way to motivate your characters through killing off dad with a heart attack. So and I include Clerks 3 in that because at that age, I guess Dante's kind of like a dad. So spoilers if you haven't seen Clerks 3 yet. The other thing I got to watch, Hugh, you've probably already picked up on this because I referenced that a little bit ago. John Wick Chapter 2. Watch that on the plane on the way back. Apparently this is how I'm going to watch all the John Wick movies, is finding them on the airplane. I thought it was really cool that literally the moment the movie starts, you're picking up from the plot from the end of the first one. It was a good movie. It's literally like a brainless just action, like, bloodfest.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming the entire series is going to be like that. And again, that's Kevin I would ask because I think he's big on those movies. But it was cool, and I love the fact that, like, by the end of, you guys have both seen it?
I've seen all 4, yeah.
By the end of it, he's just completely on the run. Like, he is the hunted man. So really cool. And spinning out from that, and it'll lead into my last thing. Apparently they just announced that Bill and Ted 4 is currently in pre-production.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I love those movies. And coming soon, the Kevin Smith written Masters of the Universe Revolution will be premiering on January 25th on Netflix. That's the animated series that, according to Kevin Smith, springboards off of the old He-Man series.
So this isn't the other He-Man series that we already saw.
This is the sequel to Revelations.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yes.
Revelation seems like it was setting up a story
Mm-hmm.
that we didn't actually get to see. All right.
Right. This is continuing on with that. And we have Hordak coming in this season, and I believe voiced by Mark Hamill. So
That's cool.
I can't wait. Yes. So that's all I've got, guys.
You know, I actually did watch something else.
What did you watch?
Because it's now on Disney Plus, I got to watch The Marvels.
Oh, it's already on.
Finally.
Holy shit.
Or no, not Disney Plus. It was digital release. I'm sorry. It was digital release.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe it's on Disney Plus. I don't know.
I don't think it's there yet. I think I would have got an email.
But you know what? I don't understand what the problem was. That was a fun fucking movie.
It was really fun.
And it was actually really, really funny in a good way. It was nice to see. I actually like Kamala Khan in that movie more than I did her own series, because it didn't have to all rely on her exasperated, it was funny when she did it there, because there are other characters to play off of. I thought it was great. I mean,
I loved it.
It wasn't, Guardians of the Galaxy great. I mean, there are like big ones in the MCU that are, I'm not going to say you can put them up against The Godfather or something, but they're really, really, really good movies. But I don't, if really the negative hype really tanked that movie, it's ridiculously fucking unfair, because that was a good movie.
Agree. I thought it was a lot of fun. It is not Endgame. 100% not Avengers Endgame, but it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yeah.
And it allowed Sam Jackson to be more comical than he usually is, which he's really good at. Still in character. I mean, it was great. I don't know.
There was a lot of cool shit in that. Have you seen it yet, Jack?
Not yet. I hear it's actually pretty good.
It was good. And just for Hugh, and I won't give anything away. Princess Carol and that whole planet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how funny was that?
Oh yeah. I did think that the musical number, I was like, oh fuck, they put a musical number in here, but then they didn't really drag it out. It wasn't too much. I mean, I could have done without it, but it was basically, they did that whole musical number for one gag.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I could have done without that, but it did lighten the mood right before things got really fucking serious.
Yeah, and to feature the Korean pop star. That's what that was.
Oh, is that why they did it?
Yes, that guy, I guess. Madison knew who it was. Let's put it that way.
That is not a good reason to put a musical number in your movie in order to feature a Korean pop star.
I hear you, but they did it anyway.
Actually,
guys,
one more thing. Right before we started recording, and I actually watched the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas. I never saw that.
You're just watching that?
I just watched that.
God.
Yeah, people told me to get on watching that. Did you watch that, Hugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, they steal Kevin Bacon. I was like, holy shit,
awesome!
That was really awesome. Like,
I love that.
Like Drax is like stealing things, but like, yeah, that was a little late to it. But I was like, I want someone to watch before the podcast that's not that long. I'm like, let's try this out. This looks pretty good. The band was good. Yandu, it just made him look so much more. I liked how it like started as a cartoon and then like literally it ends as a cartoon as well, which it was very well done.
If you're just catching that, did you watch the Halloween special?
There's a Halloween special.
Oh my god, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy, it's a Marvel thing.
Okay, no,
it's Werewolf by Night. Oh god, watch it. It was so cool.
Okay,
watch the black and white version though, not the colorized version.
Can you pick the option?
Yes, they're both on Disney Plus.
Okay.
What the fuck is that? But yeah, I love that. And you know what? There was actually stakes to that. Like you get information that carries on to Guardians Volume 3. Like it actually has meaning, which the Halloween special so far does not.
Well, I think we'll see that. Probably the Agatha thing. Probably. Yeah.
Hopefully.
I mean, by the time that comes out, no one's gonna fucking remember, but
also true. All right. Do we have anything else to touch upon, or are we done here?
Yeah, unless you guys want to chat about anything, we have time.
We do have time.
We do.
I think I threw all of my information out to you guys already, unless you want to talk about wrestling.
I had not caught up.
What's new?
I mean, well, whose fault's that?
Right.
Exactly.
Attitude error.
Football.
I don't know. Is there actually anything to talk about?
I don't know, because we've done really good about in between, recording, talking too.
Yeah.
So
wait, we have?
I thought so.
About wrestling? I never talked.
No, not wrestling. Oh, I just thought you just meant in general.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Punk's gonna go face to face with Cody this week, and that's huge in my house. So,
but why are we advertising he's gonna go face to face? He's a wrestler.
He should be doing it.
When is he
weekly.
gonna have a fucking match? I mean, it's not like he hasn't wrestled in 10 years. He just came from their main competitor, I mean, at least, I know they did a non-televised match with Dominic Mysterio. Fucking do that shit.
Yeah, well, I think he was on the house show circuit for a little bit doing matches with Dom.
Yeah.
Or was it with Tom and Nick?
I know he did one with Dominic, at least one. The Madison Square Garden show. I guess I feel like they're already squandering him. They're wasting the hype, because I feel like the hype's already gone down. It was huge.
Yes.
That one night, and then it's like, where is it? He has had literally zero impact on the storyline so far.
I agree. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen. If he sees he doesn't have impact, he'll start shit stirring. And then we'll get all the backstage drama. And you know what? As much as I think he's kind of a douchebag, I don't want that, because he is a compelling storyteller in the ring, and I want him to do his fucking story, so that it's worth it.
Right.
I mean,
I feel like they're holding off because they want it to be a big deal at Royal Rumble, because that's his first match.
Okay,
first
but you
televised.
know what? That I fucking hate it. And I hated it when they did it with Cody. I hate it. Guy comes back in the Royal Rumble and wins it. When he comes to the, I mean, I don't, as much as I like Cody, I don't think he should have won his first Royal Rumble back. Just because you're new here doesn't mean you're the best wrestler out of 30 guys.
Right.
And I can see that. And if that happens with Punk, I'm going to be really disappointed with the Royal Rumble, because it's not because I want Cody to win, because this year it would make more sense. I almost don't want him to win it. I want him to earn it some other way. But having Punk win it, I mean, I don't legitimately think Punk could beat some of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, he's good in the ring, but we saw in AEW that he can still
He's
put
not
on
the same Punk.
Yeah, he can still put on a banger, and he can still go, especially in distance matches. When it goes long, he looks better, I think. But I don't know. This is not the way I would have. This would not be in like the top 5 ways I would have booked his comeback.
Right.
Like, I know I haven't watched wrestling in a while, but when you win the Royal Rumble, you headline WrestleMania. So whoever wins the Royal Rumble, because it's going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, of course they're going to challenge. Well, you were assuming, but they're probably going to challenge Seth Rollins. Is he still the champion on Raw right now?
WrestleMania is 2 nights now.
Yes, it is. I know that. Yeah.
So you get to headline one of the 2 nights.
Right.
And like Hugh said, I mean, really headlining it would be closing the show on Sunday. But that's not our call to make. And I mean, maybe, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're going to challenge a champion, that would have to put you against Seth or whoever's carrying that title, because now they're saying that might be a legit knee injury from Monday night.
Yeah.
And I love it. They're everybody's already like, oh, well, what if he has to drop the title? Well, Roman only, defends his once every few months. Why can't we give Seth the same
This is true.
grace period? But
I feel like I had a very clear picture of what WrestleMania could be this year a few months ago, and now it's gotten a lot murkier. And they're okay. Rock versus Roman definitely should happen. Would it be best for it to happen at WrestleMania? That would get it the biggest pop. But here's the thing: WrestleMania already gets. Well, they've done nothing yet. WrestleMania already is their biggest show of the year anyway. So while that would be great, it doesn't really need it to be bigger and better and get more sales. You could move that to a different show and actually boost that show's viewership. I don't know that it would boost WrestleMania's viewership. Everyone's already watching. Second thing, it doesn't make sense for Rock and Roman to happen while Roman has the title.
No, yeah, because what can they do? Yeah.
Because either Rock wins, if he wins and he has the title, I mean, maybe I don't see him coming back for a title run. You don't really want him to beat Roman because the whole point of this is for Rock to give him the rub.
Yeah.
Right. I guess it almost doesn't make sense for it to happen. And by tying up that match, Cody can't finish his story because really we know it's not going to, him getting Seth's title isn't what he came back for.
Right.
That's not right. So that kind of puts him in limbo. And I don't even know who really is. I mean, anybody could challenge Seth for that title at WrestleMania, but there's no story that really, I mean, they already beat the Shinsuke thing to death. There's nobody already built and ready to create a good story. Now, maybe they do that, Punk versus him because they have real life heat. But again, I don't think Punk should be challenging for the title his first time back at WrestleMania.
I agree.
He shouldn't be headlining WrestleMania. So I don't know. I don't know.
He needs to earn it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Drew McIntyre, but is that a WrestleMania level pay-per-view match? I love them
Didn't
both.
we get it on Raw? You know what I mean?
Both of them are capable of headlining WrestleMania, but the two of them against each other does not feel like a WrestleMania 40 worthy match.
Yeah, this is a huge one, and they've got to come up with something big. And the same idea, there's really nothing for Seth right now, if he's even healthy enough to go.
Yeah, I feel like they've done some great stuff, and I'm not like upset like but was a little upset when McMahon was still running things and you could see his influence and stuff. They're doing a lot better, but I don't know if they've just written themselves into a corner, but they've got a lot of great players and they're not really building anything.
Right.
And the same thing with Judgment Day. I mean, what the fuck is Judgment Day right now? Are they comic relief? It seems
it
like
is now, yeah. But the sad part is people are buying into it. I mean, the new R-Truth shirts are the #1 seller.
Yeah. And it's great that he's getting a career resurgence and it's legitimately funny. It's great stuff, but it's just not what they're supposed to be. And maybe it would be different if he was doing that, but they were still scary. The scariest thing about Judgment Day is Rhea Ripley, and she terrifies me. But the rest of them, I mean, and they have the tag titles, and it's kind of like I don't feel like they. I mean, they're just always going to win because there are more of them. There's no threat.
And the whole Money in the Bank thing has become a joke.
He still has
it's
that?
it's literally a punchline now. Like he comes down and somebody prevents him from cashing in. Like, how much longer does he have?
Should run out.
You only get like a calendar year.
Yeah, and that Money in the Bank is not the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, but the one after that, right?
So March, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe you're going to have a match. Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is probably going to be in February. Or
April.
End of February,
It's
beginning
April.
April.
Yeah. May, June.
Okay.
So June, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wrong too, but
Well, maybe
we'll
Royal Rumble, you'll have him cash it in and at the very end or something like that. Maybe he'll finally cash it in. I don't know. That could happen.
And I mean, if Seth's hurt, I mean, that might be his opportunity too.
Well, let's say he gets eliminated early in the Royal Rumble and he's pissed off and all that. And it's like, oh, there he goes. And then he comes back at the very end and cashes it in. I don't know who the opponent that Seth is going to face, but I could see that ending like that.
Wait, does Seth have an opponent for the Rumble?
No. We haven't heard anything yet. And we're running out of time, so
yeah.
10 days from this recording at the 17th. So
That's pretty bad.
and I have to stay off social media on the 27th because I won't be able to watch the Rumble that night because I'll be at Madison's Winter Guard. So
We can watch it when you get home.
I'll probably watch it Sunday.
Get Peacock on your phone, and then they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
yeah, Winter Guard, yeah, that's what I'm here."
Yeah, Winter Guard.
I mean, you could.
I could. All right. You guys got anything else? Or
Do you want to drop a nugget or 2 nugget?
I've only got 1 nugget.
A nugget or 2 nugget? Are you French?
A nugget, a nugget, a 2.
A2 nugget.
Ethiopia, hey.
People like to set the bar high. I like to put the bar on the ground and barely step over it. I like to keep the expectations really low. Good night, everybody, and Mega Money, bitches.
This has been a GeekPod Network production.